Hello and welcome back to this tutorial lesson. This is going to be not too shreddy, but this is going to be a little bit of theory, but you're not going to have to really think about it too much. So this is going to be about the in-between notes, or what a lot of other people call the passing tones or notes. Essentially, you're going to go into scale, but you're going to intentionally either start on the wrong note of a scale or just go by through it. So a good example would be, I'm going to keep everything in A today. So this is in standard tuning as always. Well, not always. Sometimes I am in E flat with Conan. But essentially, descending. So if we were to play something that is not really in the scale of the A minor pentatonic, you got 1, 2, 3 sharp or flat 4, and then the 4 right there. 1, 2, 3.5, 4. Because usually it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're back your root. So that's the kind of passing tone that you'll hear in a lot of music, actually. A lot of like Dimebag, Paul Gilbert, to name a few. And so you'll hear this kind of lick. So you got your... So I'm not going to tab out everything here. Mainly this is more of a discussion kind of video, and for you to kind of like understand, because there really isn't no right or wrong way to play passing notes. It could sound really bad or it can sound really good. So just take these in, create it in your own context, essentially. So, for example, like the one I did here, if you've been following the videos, it's essentially like right there, right? So, so instead of playing that, you're going to play, right? So you got 5, 8, 5, 8. So 5, 8, 5, 8, 7, 5. And then on the A. And this also works in major keys as well. So if we were in A major, right? We're not going to stick to that like flat 4, but we're just going to play just different passing notes in the A major. So we got... So if I start on, like, let's say the flat 6, right? Gives it a little bit of a different tonality. And also, starting on that note, it almost brings it into like a different like modal kind of tonality. So what I'm going to do is just do like a slow demonstration with a backing track in A major, just to show you guys what I'm talking about and to kind of put this into live use, okay? So like I said, this is all in A major, and I'm going to play pretty slow so then you can actually catch up with what I'm playing, right? So let's go through until it gets to the main A right here, like that was major 7. So I'm going to go again, and then it's going to start here. Right? So I got all in key, no accidentals or passing notes. But if we that was starting on that. And see, it actually works with the song, right? So don't be afraid to use them. If it does sound really off, then you can always just kind of skip it and then try something else that's different. So let's see here. So in that time, we actually started on the flat third. So, right? And so forth. And you can experiment just by ascending with a flat of the scale and then going through. So like if we're to try a flat second, it does work. It's very interesting how it just kind of fits together, and it's kind of in the same context as certain chord progressions where you'll get that weird like diminished or augmented chord. So like if we were to go with a it wants to reside into that E, right after the D. But then if we go just a half step up, get that tension, and then it's going to resolve somewhere. It can't just stay in there. And then you go there or any other chord or note in scale, essentially. So it's kind of an interesting way to explore your licks and to create different licks. And you'll see a lot of jazz and fusion artists, a lot of, I guess, modern guitar players nowadays are really incorporating this. Some guitar players like Nick Johnson, Marcos Fogli was one of my favorites. And so give it a shot. Like I said, I'll go through it again just to kind of show you another demonstration. It gives it a very jazzy feel. You can go full-blown chromatic too, but then it's just technically going to be chromatic. So, like I said, still an A, right? And something you'll hear a lot of people do is they'll actually slide from the accidental note, right? Like, and it sounds pretty nice, right? That is like overboard and it just doesn't really go with it. So it's a good way of really getting the feel of what the song is, and then also the chord progression too. So this is essentially what I do personally on my spare time if I'm trying to practice and doing a lot of my improv, is essentially doing these kind of exercises. Not really playing a lot, but just kind of feeling the notes around within the key that you're playing. So hopefully this helped you guys out. And it's a little bit more of a mellow instructional, but it's a very big, like a big learning process that you're not just going to get in one take. You're going to be playing over and over and over. But hopefully once you do, it's going to give you a better idea of your phrasing and your licks and what notes to choose when you're playing, and letting notes breathe as well as you're playing. So rather than just playing stagnant, really feeling when to come in and when to stop, right? So like, things like that. And you can see I did a little bit of trills outside of that scale with the accidentals. And yeah, hopefully this will help you guys out. If you do have any questions, let me know. Comments down below in the Patreon, or even just hit me up on Instagram. So until then, keep your improv game, use those accidental and passing notes, and we'll see you in the next video.